course, nothing but eBay specials for the missile car.
Hello there and welcome to another episode of the Drift Games vlog. So this episode is following on from where Dave was talking about all the problems and everything that was going on with the Corvette. So at the moment, as you can see, and as you saw from the intro, that was Ryan modifying the subframe so there'd be the clearance for the winters and also allow the new brackets to be welded in. So what we have now is a winters, technically, sitting in the subframe. Just. So there was a lot of confusion what we were going on beforehand, if we needed to modify it, if we didn't, if the brackets were just for extra support or whatnot.
It's not exactly what you call bolt-in, as Dave described.
So yeah, so Dave's essentially said that this box was landing and it was bolting, and I think when a car guy says something's bolted in, it doesn't necessarily mean bolting. It's like when they say it's a 10-minute job, it's really not a 10-minute job.
Bolting. You just have to re-modify the whole back of the car. Sure. Bolting, sure.
Would I say a lot of the figuring out has gone on? Would I be right in saying that?
We're still figuring. I have this to figure out yet. So these have to go here, which looks very strange to me, but that's the way they are in all the pictures.
Essentially, what we have to do, we have to take pictures in the same angle as the pictures that we're looking at and have a bit of a game of spot the difference. So yeah, so essentially, all the problems that we had with my car, and we've solved.
They've now quadrupled.
Yeah, they've quadrupled onto Dave's car. And we were very naive thinking that this was going to be bolt-in. Actually, we're very naive just listening to Dave, to be fair.
I told you this. I wish we recorded it. When Dave said to me, oh, they'll just bolt in. They never bolt in. Never. Ever. If you're building a car and you see a kit and it's like direct bolt in, you might as well just take the direct bolt in straight off that kit, because they don't just bolt in. Never do, never have. Ever.
Okay, so I'm going to leave Ryan to figure this out hopefully a little bit more, and I believe we have a parcel that we need to pick up, so I'm going to go collect that and see what's inside. This really wasn't the most comfortable thing, but we'll make it work. So there's a few packages that came, one from Link ECU and one from Racing Lines. But there's one thing that we need from this parcel of a million things. Oh! There's injectors in here. So this is pretty much the last piece of the puzzle to my car, which is the injectors. These are 1000cc Bosch injectors. So we're changing from the standard side feed system to a uprated top feed system. So yeah, the main reason why we did this was to get better injectors. So obviously the Link ones are much better than the standard ones that were in the car, or even the uprated ones that were in the car. So hopefully these do the job just fine. Our final box, so fix the box. So this final box is from Racing Lines. This is hopefully the last lines and fittings and everything that we need to finish off both of the cars. So in the last videos, you guys liked it when we said what the prices were and everything like that, and this is just an example of things that we didn't think of when we first started building the cars and how expensive something like that can be. So this is what 1,000 sterling of fittings looks like. We kind of thought fittings were very cheap and everything like that, and as it turns out, plumbing a car isn't very cheap. So So, you know, Ryan ordered all these. I don't know, it's a long list to go through. Thank you to Racing Lines for helping us every step of the way with all the fittings, lines, and all the information about plumbing all the cars. So since I was away, there's a small update with the Corvette differential and sequential. Okay, so I'd like to say we're moving on to better news, but the diff is now off the subframe.
There's no such thing as better news in motorsport.
As we're learning. So essentially this is Dave's drivetrain at the moment is at a bit of a standstill. There's a few parts missing to actually complete it, so we're, instead of doing half the job, we're going to wait for those parts to come, and then we can actually finish the job. This clip is literally filmed a few minutes after the last one, and already there's another problem, say with the injectors that we just ordered. Yeah. So if you will explain this.
So we got these injectors from Link, and they're Bosch 1000cc injectors, and you need like a spacer made for the standard intake to convert it from side feed to top feed injectors. And when they fit into the rail fine, but when you put the injector in, they're not sealing here. So what we have to do is we have to get new spacers machined up that they'll seal onto the new injectors. So we've rang Robbie in TTP, and he's going to make them for us, but he's really busy at the minute, so he's saying it's probably about 2 days.
So essentially we have a solution.
Can't do it right now.
Like Dave's come into all the problems.
I think I'm going to give up on the Corvette today and go working on other cars because I can't deal with it now.
I'm going to go with your dash in.
That would cheer us up.
You know what? We
That
can't
would
go
cheer us
too wrong with putting the dash
Joe,
in.
if we put the interior in, that at least looks like we've done something. That'll be nice.
I'm picking out the easiest job to do and the most rewarding. Yeah.
I think we've got some bits and pieces we can do on the other cars, and obviously we have to get them done as well. So I'm going to put me, you, and Blaine on 3 different jobs. And see if we
I'm
get
terrified.
Them. You should be.
Because we've done about 20 jobs in the past few days, and one of those jobs has gone right.
Well, welcome to more jobs that probably won't go right. But we're going to go out and do a few bits. So yeah, I'm going to bring you guys outside and inform you then.
So I'm hoping you're going to bring a bit of luck to this video.
I've got 2 screwdrivers. What more can I bring but luck? Yeah, so what I'm going to do today is we're going to take apart the E36. So I'm going to strip the car down. So basically Wayne is going to do a load of work on the mechanical side of it, but it'd be so much easier if we had all the panels off the car so we could just drive it around, fix everything. It's very easy access at the moment. We have some leaking airbags on it, so it's not easy to work on, not easy to figure them out, and it's very hard because the car is literally on the ground. So we're going to take off all the panels, then we're going to make a little decision on what we're doing with the kit and everything else probably by the end of this video, but I want to kind of see how everything looks when it comes off, or how ridiculous these wheels are going to be for another set of fenders if we don't use the Pandem kit, so that's another issue. I'm hoping we also, well, in a few minutes, have the lip for the RX-8 landed, so that'll be kind of finished up. I'm going to kind of finish that car up. And we got some seats for the Golf, but they're not so straightforward, and straightforward is probably the right word because they're from a crash car and apparently the rails were a bit bent, but we took a chance on them. Maybe.
At least with that problem, you know it's not coming straight forward. It's
Yes.
open about not straightforward.
I know that's going to be a bit of an issue, but it might be okay. I feel like with the look we're having, this seems like it's going to be a disaster and it might just be okay. It's got to go the other way at some point.
The standard seat rails will fit absolutely fine.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you a screwdriver, and I've got a screwdriver. We'll start each side of the car and let's strip down a BMW.
Okay.
Okay, so at this point it seems like, yes, we have ruined the BMW, but I actually want to keep this BMW and I want to have a good look through the car from top to bottom. I want to just fix up everything, get it all really mint, and that involves stripping it all down. So stripping it all down, making sure everything underneath is okay. You know, it's not the craziest car in the world, it's a 318 IS, but I really like the car, so I want it to be something that I can drive on the road, be reliable, and you know, just go through it step by step as you do with all cars that have been around for a little while. So yeah, we're going to bring it up to the power washer, give it a wash down, see if we can see anything we didn't see with the kit on, and well, I suppose we'll make our assumptions then of what we're going to do with it. Okay, so it's late in the evening, we're getting working. Today, the last piece of the puzzle, well, not the last piece, but one of the last pieces of the puzzle of the RX-8 arrived, which is the front lip. So we're going to fit it. We're going to fit the front lip, and then the aesthetics of this car will be finished. This is the easiest project, I think, of them all. Then we'll try and move on to the Golf, but this one I think the front lip will make it look sweet. And yeah, let's unpackage the box. It's here. Look at this box.
Lovely.
Of course, nothing but eBay specials for the missile car.
Where's this going?
This is going on this.
All right.
Yeah, we're not far off. Not straight in the middle, and it's gone off to one side, but I think once we start putting some screws in it, it'll actually be alright.
So Josh, as usual, Dave has left us to leave us do the work.
And there's a disclaimer, I do not know what I'm doing. I'm not pretending to know what I'm doing.
But he does say that this is the missile car and that he doesn't really care about how it looks. So you could just put those self-tappers in anywhere, just put them there, you know.
I say just get that tiger seal and just
Duct tape there along there.
We're fairly committed to the splitter anyway, since it's kind of damaged there.
Was that from the splitter putting it on? Oh god, it is, yeah. Well, I'll leave you to it while
When you come back, it's going to be magnificent. Maybe.
Serious fitment, right?
I think you'd leave it like that. It's class.
Leave it like that. Yep.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wash it just so I can kind of see what it's like underneath and all that stuff. Blaine, do you want to grab the Golf? Because we've got some fancy new seats for it that may or may not fit.
Bent in a crash.
They were in a crash, but they're very nice seats.
I get to drive the prestigious Golf van for the first time. Nice.
Okay, so sun is starting to set. I've just power washed the BMW, and it's not bad. Everything seems okay. So as you guys can see, we've stripped the car down, we've taken the kit off it. Don't worry about all that stuff on the side moldings because I have new side moldings for the car. As you can see, it actually rises ridiculously high at the back. So it's all kind of schultzed underneath. There's nothing too majorly wrong with it under there. So it's pretty much just the aesthetics now we have to work on. And I'm still kind of deciding whether I'm going to put the Pandem kit back on, repair it, or go with something different. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. But it actually looks absolutely terrible and high at the moment. We had one issue, which the car was actually bottoming so low, it was actually bending the inner fender. The outer fender was okay, but the inner fender was getting bent because it was coming down so low. So yeah, a couple of adjustments to make, but I'm positive. You having fun, Josh? Look at him. He looks like a real mechanic.
Oh, look at my hands.
Oh, he's dirty.
I know, right?
So we have a lip on. I'm happy with it.
Perfect.
I think it's fine. Is it sturdy? Right, let's take it outside. I'm going to take some pictures of it before I get started, and let's just move on to the Golf.
We're getting through stuff now.
We're actually making... You know what? These road cars, even though they're all terrible and don't run...
We've taken off and put stuff on.
And that's quite satisfying sometimes. You need to step away from
We haven't gone wrong yet. Why did I say it?
Right, let's move the old Van Dam out of the way, the Jean-Claude Van Damme. And I've done my bit on... The E36 is ready for photos. I'm going to take some photos of this.
He said it.
The Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Is that the name of it now?
Jean-Claude. We're going to call it Jean-Claude from now on.
Jean-Claude.
The names are getting worse and worse, honestly.
Come on, Blaine. It's fun. Alright guys, I want to take a minute to thank one of our partners at Drift Games, CM Wheels. Now, CM Wheels are sort of like the parent company of many different wheels, like Radiate wheels, which I have on my Golf, and also our Strom wheels, which we have on our drift car. Now, CM Wheels website it's a really nice place because they've got something for everybody, whether you drive a Merc or a Volkswagen or a BMW, or if you're looking for any cool wheel for your car at a very cheap and reasonable price, get onto CM Wheels. They have something for everybody. They carry one of the biggest stocks of wheels in the entirety of Europe. They can get the wheels to you super quick, super cheap, and your car looks instantly better. And most of the dealers in Ireland and everybody in Ireland uses their wheels anyway. So go straight to the source, go to CM Wheels, get yourself a deal, and I guarantee you there's something for your car that is going to make it look amazing.
Go on. Straight back.
I think the exhaust is there.
I think it is.
Keep going. You're nowhere near the pit. You're okay.
Your spatial awareness isn't great, Josh. Doesn't bode very well for the drift season.
I was right next to him.
Yeah, I was right next to him. No, the live stream would say otherwise.
Okay, so since everything else is going so smoothly, oh god, what was that sound?
Nothing. Nothing.
As I was saying, as everything else is going so smoothly, we are attempting the seats on the Golf. So Dave has got these.
Ow!
Oh, for God's sake, Blaine, what have you done? What did you do?
Do you want to do this again and just pretend that I didn't hurt myself?
So these seats are from a Skoda.
A Skoda Superb VRS.
And I'm guessing you did your research to see if they fit a Mark 7 Golf.
I did some research.
And?
This is an MQB platform is what they call it. This is an MQB platform. They're the same car essentially underneath.
But you found some forums where they said they switch in and out without any...
Oh god, no. I just did like a Wikipedia and then they said they were the same platform, so...
Okay, so I guess you guys are going to find out at the same time as us. They're very nice. They're like...
This, like the cross stitch, leather on the top. They were cheap.
And for the price of what you got them for, I was stunned. And these are electric even. They're not going to be electric when they're in yours, but...
Oh god. Golf wouldn't be up to that task now. But this is just to change the look of the interior because... I'm going to let you know a secret. The seats that were in it, I may have had a little spill.
What did you
I
spill?
spilled a full can of energy drink on the seat.
Of all the things...
It stinks. So as much as it changes like aesthetic, it stinks. I think my missus drove it and there was 72 Yankee Candle air fresheners in there and it barely got rid of the smell. So we're getting rid of the seats, putting in some jazzy seats, and there's no way you can't say they're not jazzy. That's like 100% jazzy.
It's like very sporty. Like they got good, nice bolsters.
Yeah. Alcantara.
That always gives off a sporty impression when they don't have a headrest.
Oh.
Or sorry, a headrest that comes off.
Yeah. My optimism is we'll take them off the rails, try and put the other rails on it, and it'll just go in like there's no problem at all.
I mean, you say confidently and then
72 days later, we're
and it will work. Did you take the battery up, Lane?
What?
I'm joking, I did.
gonna blow. Did you see the gear knob I got?
No, I didn't see the gear knob you got.
This is good, isn't it?
Jazz.
So this is the Golf GTI gear knob.
Right, it's like a golf ball.
It's a golf ball because it's a golf.
It's a golf.
Like that's the Germans going, oh, it's very funny because it's a golf and the golf, yes. So yeah, we're gonna put that in because the other one's really crap. So there you go. That's another thing we can put in today.
Oh, Blaine, you're letting it down.
I reckon the car now. Right, Josh. Do you reckon you could take the driver's seat out quicker than he'll finish the
I
fast
need the
seat?
same tools as him, unfortunately.
What tools do you need? He's only got an electric version of what you can do with your hand. And he's not making any progress anyway. Go on, tighten it instead of loosening.
So I realised what I was doing wrong. Somewhere in between untightening these bolts and going to untighten these.
You were tightening them.
I had switched the thing around and it was tightening them, yeah.
Of course you did. Standard.
Yeah. Look, we're getting there.
I'll say that was probably the most desperate time lapse ever.
Wasn't great, was it? Probably a good thing because they couldn't hear us. Because all it was just... So.
Yeah, just because you whisper doesn't mean you can't hear. Anyways, I think we should just out how messy Dave's car is. I mean, look at that. What's your side like?
So there's a Yorkie, there's a Mars. We can track his...
That's McDonald's straw, I think. He's got some socks as well down there.
Yeah, I came across those. We burn them.
Are they okay? Give it the sniff test.
You're okay.
The funny thing is I find about this car is it actually has rear floor mats.
Oh yeah. Oh look, there's another sweet.
Oh, go on, I double dare you to eat that. Don't hit the door. I will say, I know we did no research, but they kind of do look the same. I think. Maybe.
This one has a lot less stains on it as well.
I mean, it's done an awful deal on that. Right, so should we just put it in and see what happens?
That's what she said.
Oh, that was very immature.
What do you think, Blaine? What do you think? What about that headroom, Josh?
I was gonna say, I was just about to give that a... Oh.
Yeah, it's not quite. Oh, look. What's happening? It's got like a thing for raising up and down the seat, but it seems to be just going wild on its own.
And I still don't know why it's...
Oh wow. I have to pixelate that.
Oh no. I'm not sure we count it as a victory.
Well, now we need to know how do we move the seat without... How do we move the seat when we don't have any electrics? Do we get a battery and try and connect it? Is that a thing?
I don't understand electricity.
Well, you're going to have to start learning. So you can mount the two on that side, right? I'm pretty sure they're not just going to do it on their own. So we need somehow to get power to the seat.
One eternity later.
Okay, this is fast forwarding about an hour and a half. It was light when we was recording before, and now it's dark. But Dave, okay, that's just your ass.
Hello. Taking the rubbish out of my car.
You've already been shamed for it, so. Oh, you so almost.
Seats look spectacular.
They're very nice seats.
They need a little bit of a clean, but that's okay. Maybe the airbags will join the large list of faults that have come up on this car in the last few days.
You got to put foot on the clutch. Were you scared? Oh no.
So the traction control light we know is due to speed sensors. This one is due to the fact that we took the tire pressure things out of the car. The no seat belts, we probably could solve that.
Let's get rid of one of them.
Nope, that's showing a fault as well. So the Golf is getting there. Interior now, I think, to be honest, I think I'll give it a valet, get some nice mats to match these seats, and I think I'm pretty much done with this. I think it's pretty good. I think it actually is as much as I want to spend on a Golf van. And now, to finish things off, we can go and check what Ryan's been doing on the interior of the Corvette, because the dash is in.
Here at Drift Games, we absolutely love online drifting. But more importantly, for you guys watching at home, we want to get you in the game as well. So we've partnered up with digitalmotorsports.com, Ireland's first online sim store, who are experts in everything when it comes to online drifting. And they're going to give you guys a full free sim rig at the end of this series. Now I know you want to know, how do you win? But it's quite simple. Every single episode of Games Changers, we're going to release a letter. It looks a bit like this. And that letter will form a sentence. And at the end of the series, the first person who can put that full sentence together correctly wins a full simulator. Now that's not bad going.
So, let's check on the progress on the Corvette. Ryan just left about half an hour ago. We were still fluting around with the other cars, so let's see what he got done. So we got the dash into the Corvette. Check this out. World's first forged carbon dash. Now we will be taking this back out, for those of you wondering about how blind I'm going to be, and we're going to put a satin or a matte lacquer on it so it's not as shiny, but we just wanted to test fit it before we did that, because if we didn't, we'd be in a position where we wouldn't know if we were cutting it back up again. But look at that. There's our hole there for the Link ECU display, all the forged carbon. We're just going to put the USB and the electronic cutoff switch, or the electronic fire extinguisher switch, on the dash. That's all that's going to be there. Drift Games logo and Corvette over there. Matty did all this amazing job. So we got that in the car, which is a big step in the right direction. You can see Ryan put some cool side mounts on that as well. So yeah, Corvette got a dash in. Tomorrow we're hoping we'll get the whole interior done and start plumbing up the car. And then obviously we'll be waiting to see if the torque tube, if the stuff from HDK comes, or where it is, or what's going on with that. So we don't know that just yet. On Josh's car, injectors have to be machined by TDP, but we have the injectors from Link, so we're looking okay. Are we sure we're going to get these done? Absolutely not. Is it very stressful? Yes. Are we doing double shifts at the moment? Absolutely. I've been working 8 hours on other things and then trying to come down here for 3 or 4 hours a day, so it's pretty stressful, but we're hoping we'll get there. We're going to try and get all the cars finished by the May 4th date. And we've got a brand new range of merch coming as well, which is awesome. So I can't wait to show you guys that in a future episode. Yeah, we're going to keep the cameras rolling. All these episodes might not be super stacked with stuff, but we're just going to try and show you guys what we're doing day by day, rather than trying to, clickbait the whole thing. So if you guys have been watching us from the start, thank you so much. We really appreciate all the support, all the kind words. And yeah, we're not super rich guys, we're not super YouTubers, we're just using our wages to try and build cars. So it takes time, and we got to wait in line like everybody else. So it's been a little stressful, but today we actually got some progress done, and tomorrow I hope we get more progress done. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Make sure you subscribe, it really helps. Leave a comment, leave a like, helps us with the old YouTube algorithm. And thank you very much. We're close to 70,000 subscribers. If we can get there in the next little while, that would be awesome. So we'll see you soon.